Hey everyone, this is Sean Broccoli here with another Team Fortress 2 video. I just wanted to throw together a quick video just showing you guys how you can get all the achievements in Team Fortress 2 just by creating a local server and then just using bots. I will just kind of add in there that you can't exactly get every single achievement, but this will help with a lot of them. Some of the other things that'll be helpful is when you do create this server, you can get other, if you have dummy accounts and other devices, you can throw them into the matches as well, which will help you with a lot of the precise ones where you have to do something while another player is doing another specific thing. What I ended up doing was I have a laptop, my gaming PC. I had two other old laptops that were used by my family, which I used as well. I also created, I think it was four virtual machines that just had Team Fortress 2 installed on them, and then I added them to my server as well. So I had a pretty good setup there with multiple users. But anyway, let's get back to how to do all this. Um, so you can use the create server bit here, but I find it's a lot easier to just use the command or the console. So you just want to make sure that it's enabled. I went through this in my other video, but if you didn't watch that one, you just go to Options, Advanced, and then enable Developer Console. And then all you have to do to open up the console is just click the tilde key, which will be the key on the upper left that looks like a giant, not giant, but like a squiggly line. All right, so the first thing that you'll want to do is you want to do map space, and then it'll depend on what the map you want to use. For the most part, I use CTF 2 forts, so you'll just want to put in CTF underscore 2 forts, and then semicolon space host name quote. I just called mine boost, then semicolon sv underscore lan, 0 semicolon, and then sv underscore cheats to 0. So I don't completely know what this svlan command does, but I find that it typically, I had issues where my other computers couldn't detect the game on the LAN, so I found adding that helped. The SV cheats, this sets cheats to off. You will need this off as enabling cheats will disable achievements. And then boost is just the name of the local server that I'm creating. So if you just hit enter, it'll create everything. It will take a little bit of time. So for this, I usually like to choose red, then pick whatever class you want. Here I'll just choose scout. All right. So the first thing that you typically want is bots. If you're just going for some objective-based achievements like capturing the intelligence or maybe just capturing points and winning the games, you don't need to add the bots. You can just complete the objective on your own and That'll unlock the achievement unless it specifies that you need something else. So to go ahead and add bots, just open up the console again, and then it's tf underscore bot underscore add, and then you can specify how many bots you want. So let's say 12. Actually, this won't work yet because there's one command that we have to add in before we do this. So that will be mp underscore teams underscore unbalance underscore limit space 0 semicolon. So what this does is it allows you to stack the other team, so it could be 12 to 1. If you just add the bots like we were going to do, it would have just split them up. So if I added the 12 bots, it would put one on blue, then it would put one on red, then one back on blue, another on blue, and then another on red, and so forth until all 12 have been added. So we end up with sort of a fair game, which we don't exactly want. We want the 12 bots on blue and just us on red. So now we can go ahead and do the tf underscore bot underscore add, and then we'll do 12 blue. So now if we check here, you'll see there's 12 bots here. So for a lot of the maps like this one, they'll typically just stay in the spawn. A lot of the maps are not supported maps for this kind of stuff. So typically to get around that, you can also put sv underscore cheats 1 no clip semicolon, and then sv underscore cheats 0. So this command will sort of work with some commands. It doesn't work with every command. So this sort of turns on cheats and disables it in the same command. So for this specific no clip command, it won't disable the achievements unless I screw up one of the cheat command, or I guess the last cheat command, because if I don't get it to turn off, it's going to disable the achievements even if I disable cheats separately in a next command. So we'll go ahead and hit enter. The no clip command, it basically lets you go through walls. So you'll see here, we can go here. Obviously they're going to be firing, so that's not ideal. So another command that we can use here is tf underscore bot underscore melee only, and then just set that to 1, which will enable them to be melee only. So now you can just kind of come in here and just get your kills or whatever you need to do against the bots. Another useful command is you can force which classes spawn. So if you need to kill a certain class, so I'll show you that one here. tf underscore, I think it's force. No. tf underscore bot underscore force class, and then just put in the class. I think instead of heavy, I think you put heavy weapons. It might work with both. Actually, let's just try that. We'll just try heavy. So now if we kill all these guys, they should spawn as heavy weapons. Yeah, so it looks like it works with heavy and heavy weapons. Now the no clip one that allows us to float around like this and go through walls. This is actually useful for the achievements where you have to parachute. You just have to enable the parachute, and you can just fly around like this, and it'll start adding um, to your distance every time you go downwards. So you can just keep doing something like this, and it'll keep going up. It's still going to take some grinding, but it gets the job done. Some of the other ones that we can do. So let's just, if you run the no clip command again, it'll just turn it off. So now we're here. We're kind of stuck in here. So that works for what I wanted to show next. So we can also play around with the gravity. SV underscore gravity. And then we can, 800 is default. So if you want to remove gravity altogether, you can just hit 0. And you jump up and you kind of stay up. This is extremely useful for any mid-air achievements where you have to maybe get kills while you're in the air, or you have to kill someone who's in mid-air, because this will always count as you or them being in the air. And then of course you can just turn it back off. I don't know if there's ever a situation where you want to not have gravity, or you want to have like really high gravity, but you can always increase it as well. If you do plan on using the method where you have the other computers with the dummy accounts, there are a couple commands you'll want to add in as well, because if they're inactive, they'll typically get kicked from the match. So you just want to add in MP underscore idle max time. You can just set that to 0. And then the other one is MP underscore idle deal method. And then you want to set this one to 0 as well. So that this will keep your dummy accounts from getting kicked. Another quick tip here. The ones for the medic where you have to heal so many points of damage or whatever on a ally, what you can do is you can kind of sit here on the ledge here, get one of your dummy accounts into the water and have them so that they're taking water damage, and then just constantly heal them as they're taking damage. That'll keep them alive, and they'll continually take damage. So as long as you sit there holding the key down, or maybe use the controller trick where you turn on the controller, remove the battery or unplug it, and then it kind of acts as if you're holding down the trigger or holding down the attack primary key, and then you could leave it overnight. The one thing to mention is with some of these achievements, they don't update until you die. So what you'll want to do is, before you quit and lose a bunch of progress, especially with the medics and the healing points, They don't update until after you die. So you'll want to kill yourself so that they update. You can add it. You can add the tracker to the top left, and you can just watch it, and you'll see that a plus whatever will pop up there, and that's the best way to keep track of that. Some If you want to remove bots now, you're able to kick them as well. So what you'll want to do is you want to know the name of it. So we'll look at that guy. Bring up the console. TF underscore bot underscore kick. And you can put that guy. And you can see that he's gone from the server. The other thing you could do is you can just kick all. And now you can see that we're in a blank game. And then I guess the last thing that I will show you guys is that there are some achievements that are date specific. Like there's Halloween events and whatnot. You can actually do those in these kind of matches as well. Some of them you won't be able to do though. There are some where you have to defeat specific bosses, and that's just not possible with just one guy. You kind of need an entire team focused, and even at that point, it's still difficult. So let me just quickly pull up the... Actually, here. So what you'll want to do is you want to bring up the... yeah, the map command. Once you've created the first game and you're switching maps, you don't really need to include all this other stuff again. You can just do map and change the game. So now we'll just have to find an example here of one of those special maps. They usually have a special name to them. Oh, actually, Gorge events. Let's see, this might be one of them. Oops. Yeah, so here is one, I guess, event map. So typically those maps will just say like event or maybe final, something like that. We'll just try another one. Here, here's the manor event. Yeah, so you can do the Halloween achievements this way. Just bring up whatever maps you need. There's also a command for Christmas. I just can't recall which one that is. I'm just quickly looking up. I created some guides for this, so probably have the command listed in one of those commands or guides. Sorry. Okay, yeah, unfortunately I can't find that command for Christmas. But other than that, you can just use the commands that I showed you to get a lot of those achievements. Um, I also have guides on true Steam achievements if you want to check that out and get some more specifics for specific achievements. So that will conclude our video for today. If you have any other sort of videos that you would like to see, go ahead and put them down in the comments. All right, this is Sean Broccoli, and I hope to see you in future videos. All right, thank you. Farewell.